Hi, my name is Jeff with Nelly Security, and today I'm going to show you just how easy it is to install a basic analog security system. The main components are the DVR, the camera, the power supply, the cable and adapters, and the monitor. Now let's get into the nuts and bolts. The first thing you need to do is bench test your camera. And the reason you want to do that is you want to rule out any defects with the camera before you go through all the work and hassle of installing the system. So to do that, we include a free bench testing kit. Now let's look at the different parts of the kit. It comes with the basic instructions. We got your power supply, we got your video cable, and a little adapter so we can hook it into our television monitor. Alright, let's open up the camera box. Just pull that out, and it's just basic connections from there. Let's take these twist ties off. Okay, this is our video cable with the BNC connector. Just plug that into the camera and twist it. Okay, now we got to hook this to the television. We have our little adapter right into the television. Okay, now we got to get power to the camera. So let's hook up our power supply. Our power supply cables, just simply hook them together, we'll plug it in, and the camera should come on. Now we can definitely rule out there's no problems with the camera, the equipment's working correctly, and now we can go on to the next step, and that's installing your hard drive. Once you completed your bench test and rule out any problems with your camera, the next thing we have to do is install the hard drive. Now if you already have a DVR with a hard drive installed, you can go ahead and skip this step. If you haven't, all you need is just a hard drive such as this. This is a 3.5-inch hard drive with a SATA connection. Now let's go ahead and open the box and take a look at it. Once we remove it from the larger box, you'll have a box such as this, and what you need out of here is this little blue connector with these 4 screws right here. These other items just set to the side for now. You're going to have your installer's handbook. Pull the little pads off. Alright, now we have our DVR, our hard drive, connector with 4 screws. We'll need a Phillips head screwdriver. Alright, now it's time to put the hard drive inside the DVR. And simply take 6 screws out of the back and of the side, and once you do that, it's time to just raise the case, or the cover. Now we can see the inside of the DVR. Alright, now you remember this little bag with our little blue cable and our 4 screws. Alright, now we have these 4 screws. We got 4 little holes right here, so let's just start these screws. And we're going to use these screws to mount this to the DVR. Now it's important that you don't screw them down all the way, just get them started. There we go. Alright, right here on our DVR, 1, 2, 3, 4 holes for those screws. Let's go ahead and line them up. Put them in there. Just let it slide down. On the back side, now we have access, we can tighten it down. Now the next step is to install the cables. This cable right here, you can match it up. Now we have our little blue cable. And we have a little slot for a blue cable into our hard drive. And it's a little tight fit. You just line it up and get it slid in there. And it's clicked in. Now that it's into place, we just got to put the cover back on it. Now it's time to connect the DVR to the monitor. And we have 3 different ways to do this. We can use the HDMI, which we highly recommend. Next we have the VGA. We also recommend that as well. And the last one is the video out with the BNC connection. Now these two, the reason why we highly recommend these is because you'll get the best quality of picture. Now let's simply connect it. We've already connected the HDMI cable to the television. We got our HDMI cable right here. Now, if you remember, this box came with the DVR. Let's open that up, and that's going to be our power supply. We got 2 pieces. Let's go ahead and take the twist ties off. Alright, found the power supply right there. Simply match these up and plug it in. Turn on the machine and now wait for it to power up. Alright, now that we've hooked up the DVR to the monitor and the DVR has powered up, the next thing we want to focus on is hooking the camera up to the DVR. And to accomplish that, what we need is a power supply. And the power supply we're going to use is a 4-way splitter. And this will hook up to 4 cameras. Each camera needs to be powered. And if you look on the back of the DVR, we have 4 video ends to use, so we can hook up to 4 cameras. Now if you have more than 4 cameras you need to use, you can use a power supply such as this, but don't let that intimidate you. It's pretty simple, just hooking up the positive to the negative. The next thing we need is a cable, and this is what we call a Siamese cable. As you can see, we got positive and negative, and then you have your video cable. And we've already hooked up these adapters to the end of it. This is called a BNC adapter. And we have different videos that show you how to do this. Very simple. And then the last thing that we have is our camera. And each camera is going to come with one of these adapters that you hook in, and that way it makes it easy to attach it to the Siamese cable. Alright, now that we have all the equipment we need to hook up the camera, let's go ahead and put it together. Now the last thing you want to do is hook up the power supply. Make sure you do that last. Now let's start with the camera. Now if you look here, we have our little connectors. And we'll take our little Siamese cable. And what's good about the Siamese cable, it's all in one. We have our video and we have our power. Now if you look here, you got positive and you have negative. And we have a red positive wire and a black negative wire. And all we have to do is, you can see with the little Phillips head screwdriver, insert that in there and tighten it down. Okay, let's hook that into the camera. Now the camera has a way to have power now. And now we have the video, the BNC connectors. Let's go ahead and hook that together. Excellent. Now at the other end, we have the exact same thing. We have the power side and the video side. Now let's focus on the power side. Let's pick one of these from our 4-way splitter. Let's go ahead and take it off, and it's the exact same thing. We have positive and negative. We're going to do the exact same thing, insert them in and tighten them down with our little screwdriver. And make sure that your positive is in your positive and your negative is in your negative. Alright, nice and tight. Let's go ahead and plug this into our 4-way splitter. Now, let's pick one of our video ends. We'll just go number 1. Connector B and C connector. And once again, our last step is to plugging it in. And there you have it. And that's how easy it is to install an analog system. Remember to check us out at nellysecurity.com for other helpful guides and videos. And please feel free to call us if you have any questions. Once again, this is Jeff with Nelly Security, and thanks for watching.